Welcome to yoga. We are going to do a stretchy class today with maybe a little bit of strength. Okay, so this is the plan. Let's get started let's get started in a child's pose, okay? So if you're happy and you kind of want a little bit of movement through the hips, then take a wide-legged child's pose if you're happy with that. If you find that your hips are stressed, then narrow-legged is perfect. So take the knees nice and wide, the feet are together, anchor the bottom back onto the heels, take the hands forward. If you are happy to walk the hands away, then do. If you find that this takes quite a lot out of you, then use a block or a bolster to rest on so that you don't feel it in your lower spine. So we're just thinking here about allowing the belly to fall between the legs. All right, so we're going to take those nice, deep, easy breaths. All right, allowing the belly to expand. You can feel gravity doing its thing. The neck is nice and long. The body is nice and heavy. And we're just settling into the breath. Finding the contact points between you and the mat. So thinking about the fabric, the sensory experience that's coming through the hands, through the forearms, the elbows, the forehead, the knees, the shins, and the shoelace side of the feet. And we're just going to take a couple of deep breaths here. And then as we exhale, just sigh it away. Take that breath and just put it away. Nice deep inhale, sigh away. And then repeat. Nice deep inhale. Find the separation of the ribs, and then exhale. And then the last one here. Inhale. And exhale. And then when you're ready, start to walk the hands back up. Going to bring the knees together if the knees were separated. Going to sit back nice and tall. Going to take the hands to the chest, or hand to the chest, hand to the belly. So it's something physical to breathe into. And we're going to start with some even breathing. So if my pattern doesn't match yours, then do your own thing. Okay, so here we go. Let's take an inhale for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. With your breath nice and soft, nice and even, see if you can think about an intention for today's practice. Maybe you can reflect on something pretty incredible that has happened to you today. Or maybe something you want to achieve out of today's session. Or maybe nothing at all. Take a moment, visualize what it means to you. Take a deep inhale, lift through the crown of the head, find space. And as you exhale, take a releasing breath. As you exhale away, sigh everything away. Nice. All right, we're going to take the hands forward. We're going to tuck the toes. We're going to sit back into the heels. I want you to think about that light core engagement. So we're nice and secure around our center. From here, take the arms nice and high, reach up through those fingertips and spread those fingertips nice and wide. Allow the chin to lift towards the ceiling. Keep control of the neck, but allow the throat to open. Take the hands behind the head, interlace the fingers, draw those elbows towards the back corners of the wall of the room, and still keeping that core engagement. There's a tendency here to push forward, so we start to take tension to the lower back. We don't want to do that. And then drop the right elbow slightly and extend through that left side. And then drop the left elbow and extend through that right side. Nice. All right. From here, coming back to center, take the weight into the hands. We're going to tap those toes out. Feels nice. Okay, from here, take the shoelace side of the feet down. You're going to take the hands behind us, take the fingertips to the back wall, roll the shoulder heads back, and then begin to lift the knees. Find that stretch through the ankles. Again, we want to make sure that core is just lightly engaged, and then bring the chin towards the chest. Doesn't have to touch down, that's okay, but we just want to lengthen that neck and find that stretch through the neck. Okay, keeping the hands to the mat, just come up onto the fingertips. We're going to start to lift the hips, squeeze the glutes to lift those hips forward, roll the shoulder heads back, and then keep control of the neck, but just open through the throat. My voice changes when I do that. It makes me laugh. Keep breathing, and then lower the bottom down. Going to take the hands in front of us, come into a child's pose, bring the forehead down, wrap the hands behind you, shoulders melt over the top of the knees. Maybe a gentle sway from side to side. Feel the heaviness of the body on the thighs. And then take the hands down. From here, we're going to just tuck the toes, bring the knees up. You can keep the hands down by the sides of you. If you need to balance, that is perfect. If you've got a block, you can always use the blocks for some stability. If you're happy and stable, then lift up, remove the hands. We're going to take the hands into cactus arms, draw those elbows down, arms are at right angles, squeeze the shoulder blades together to really open up through the chest. Going to really make sure that core is switched on and you are looking at something that's not moving, so not me. All right, from here, we're going to drop the right elbow down and lift that left elbow. Lots of focus going here. Coming back to center, left elbow drops, right elbow lifts. And then back to center. We're going to hold it because we can prove we can. And then take the weight into the hands, tap those toes out. Nice and gently, feels pretty good. Okay. Hands are down onto the mat, finding your table pose. So from here, we're just going to start to take some cat-cows. It's up to you what this looks like, okay? I always think about just listen to what your body wants today. So if you want to take some rounds, then take some rounds. If you want to start to move through child's pose and then back up again, then do. I think it's just about having that freedom of movement. And then whatever you're going to do, see if you can reverse it in the other direction. Maybe sometimes that feels a little bit more natural in one direction than the other. But just take a moment just to feel into that movement. You don't often get to be particularly free and playful as an adult. It's quite nice to have that opportunity. Okay, when you're ready, come back to your table. There's no rush. And then from here, we're going to extend that right leg away from you. Just start to push through the heel. We want to keep those hips nice and level. So really thinking about anchoring that right heel towards the back of the room and drawing the belly under. The neck is long, the gaze is between the hands. Okay, let's lift that right leg up. Make some circles with the big toe. Draw that belly in. We want to find that stability coming from the core. Glute is working hard. And then taking bigger circles if that feels good. The further outside the center line that right leg gets, the more that outer thigh is going to have to work. Okay, when you're ready, come back, pausing, extending that leg away. Bring that left arm alongside the ear, reaching forward, pushing back. Let's take the leg wide and the arm wide. Body stays down the center line. Come back to center. Knee comes in towards elbow and then send it away. We'll go for 2 more. Let's take it wide. Back to center. Knee to elbow and away. Last one. Take it wide. Body down the center line. Come back to center. Knee to elbow and then send it away. That left hand comes down. From here, we're going to take the sole of the foot to the ceiling. Going to work our glutes here. We're going to squeeze and kick, small kicks. We're going to work the glute and squeeze at the top. We're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Right knee's going to come down. Let's find our gate pose as that right foot comes out as a kickstand. Left leg comes long. Lift that left arm to the ceiling. Reach it up and then sweep it all the way over. Taking the gaze to wherever feels good for you. Find that stretch down that left side body from fingertips all the way down past the ribs to the pinky edge side of that left foot. Take a breath here. If you're up for it, we can lift that left leg. We're going to take it down and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it lifted. Come for some core. Here we go. Elbow to knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find your gate pose. Take a moment here to stretch it all out. Take the hand down. From here, we're going to extend that left leg. Toes connected to the mat. Find the hips nice and level. Set yourself up. Strong hands. Shoulder blades are spread. Heel pushing back. Nice strong back leg. And the core is tucked under. Just going to hang out here for a moment or 2. Okay, lifting that left leg. Start to push through that heel, checking that the core knows what the job is. Start to draw circles with that big toe, small circles to start with. Getting bigger. Taking that leg outside the center line, outer thigh working hard, and then reversing it, starting with those big circles, getting smaller. Okay, and then pausing there, extending that heel away. This time, right arm is going to extend as well, reaching forward, pushing back, core knitted in nice and tight. Take that dip out of the lower back. Let's take it wide. Body down the center line, back to center, knee to elbow, and away. Take it wide, only 2 more, it's not many, is it? Back to center, knee to elbow, send it away. 2 more. Let's take it wide, back to center, knee to elbow, send it away. Right hand comes down. Take that left foot to the ceiling. We're going to push through the heel for 10, squeeze at the top, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Okay, from here, knee comes down, left foot comes out, right leg extends. Bring yourself into gate pose as you lift the arm for a moment, and then allow that right arm to come all the way alongside the ear, stretching all the way down that right side body. Pinky edge side of that right foot pushes down into the mat. When you're ready, we're going to lift that right leg. Lower for 1 and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep lifted. A little bit of core. Elbow to knee and extend for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then find your gate. Have a good old stretch. Take the hands down, take the knees down. We're going to take the feet together. We're going to take the knees as wide as the mat. Allow the feet to trail the knees. Yep, in a frog pose. So take the forearms down. I want you to really focus here on bringing the belly in so that we don't have that dip in the lower back. If you want to pop yourself on a bolster because that feels good, then do. If you've got blocks, cushions to pad out, then do. If you're happy to hold your own weight, push through those forearms. Great practice for dolphin. And then maybe a little bit of a forward and backwards movement just to find that movement through the hips. Okay. We're going to take one more nice deep breath here. And then as we exhale, see if we can just send that breath towards the hips, really releasing. If you can, start to edge forward, just tuck the toes. Use the core strength, draw the knees in together. Find a narrow-legged child's pose. Forehead comes down. Hands behind you. Shoulders over the top of the knees. And maybe to reset, it's helpful just to have a little bit of a sway from side to side. If that doesn't feel good for you, of course, don't do it. Okay. From here, starting to just stack each of the vertebrae coming all the way up. And then from here, we're going to take that right foot forward. Okay, so we're finding, first of all, our warrior 1 or our low lunge. We're going to take the arms high, roll those pinky fingers in, reach up towards the sky, lift the chin towards the ceiling, open the throat, and then begin as you exhale to move those hips forward and down. We're going to make our way into a warrior 2. Take that left foot. We're going to spin it round to open the hips to the long edge of the mat. We're going to still lean down into that front knee. We're going to knee over the ankle. Extend the arms away. And then start to reach forward. Reach back, just because it's fun. Reaching forward. Turn the palm up to the ceiling. Left hand comes down. Find a reverse warrior as you reach the arm to the ceiling and then begin to take a slight bend over the top. We're looking to lift through the chest, not dump into the back. Keep that front bend into the knee. Coming down, right elbow to knee. We're going to bring the left arm all the way over the top, taking the gaze to wherever is comfortable, maybe towards that left corner of the room, or maybe straight on. And then the hands are going to come down to the mat. Take the foot behind that left knee, right knee comes back, find your table. Nice. All right, from here, that left foot is going to come forward. Going to repeat the same stuff on the other side. So finding your warrior one to start with, take that nice deep fold through the hips, bring the arms to the ceiling, rolling those pinky fingers in to separate the shoulders, and then draw the shoulders back into position. Take the gaze to the ceiling, lift and lengthen. On that exhale, those hips are moving forward and down. Nice deep stretch through the hip flexor on the right side. And then open out. Hips come to the long edge of the mat. So pivot on that right knee. Foot comes behind. Nice deep bend into that left knee. Open the arms out. Separate those shoulder blades. We're going to reach the hands forward and then back, because it's fun. Forward. Turn the palm of that left hand. Right hand comes down to the thigh. Lift through that left arm. Reach up and then take a fold backwards. Lifting through the chest so we don't dump into that into the lower back. Keeping that nice bend into that left knee. And then we're going to bring that left elbow to knee. And then take that right arm all the way over the top. And the gaze comes wherever feels good. Take the right hand down, left hand down. Bring the right knee behind, right foot behind the knee. Left knee comes down too. All right, perfect. From here, we're going to tuck the toes, bring the chest back to the thighs. Sink the bottom down to find that deep stretch through the Achilles, through the underside of the feet. And then when you're ready, start to float the bottom high. Find your downward facing dog. But take your time here, pedaling through the heels, one at a time. There is no rush here. You want to find that release through the lower back. And then when you're ready, settle in your down dog. As you push the hands into the mat, those elbow creases are facing one another. Wrap the triceps round. You need to take a bend into the knees to lengthen the spine, and do. Right leg is going to come high. Find your three-legged dog. Keep the hips level. And then open the hips to the right, bend that right knee. Take the foot towards the bottom. Glutes are squeezing as you push the hips forward, quad stretch and groin stretch. A little bit of work for the core as we bring that right knee high on that right elbow. To the left side, to the right side, three-legged dog. Go for two more. Right knee, right elbow. Left, right, and away. Last one. Right knee, right elbow. Left, right, and away. Fabulous. We're going to take that right foot towards the top of the mat. Take a moment just to roll over the balls of the feet, just because it feels nice. Okay. When you're ready, come up into your high lunge. So remember, think about widening the stance to make sure that you're really balanced here, okay? Going to push back with the heel, take that bend into the front knee. Okay, take a moment here, find the strength through that back leg. Okay, we're going to start to take weight into that right leg. As we do, all we're going to do is simply lift that left leg, okay? Use the core to harness the strength. We're going to take that left foot behind us and just bring the foot towards the bottom. Start to feel that stretch. Left hand is going to take the foot. Going to start to work towards dancer, but we can stop at any point. So we're going to start to squeeze the glutes. So squeeze the bottom, push the hips forward. Hand pushes into foot. We're going to take the right hand, can you see? The right hand up alongside the right ear. As we do, we want to start to hinge from the hips. Pushing the foot into the hand, we might get to here, and that's perfect. If we want a little bit more, we're going to start to drop the torso as the left leg begins to lift, but we want the hips level. So if you start to open to the left side, just come back up a little bit. Pushing foot to hand, hand to foot, find that openness through the shoulder. Start to hinge. Focus on something that's not moving. Find your dancer. When you're ready, focus. Come all the way back up to standing. From here, bring the hand high and lift through that left knee. Loads of balance coming on here. Nice job. Bring that left foot down. I'm going to shake it all out. Shaking always feels good, doesn't it? Nice. All right. From here, we're going to take a fold. Take the hands down. Take a bend into the knee so that the bottom can come towards the ceiling. Nice deep stretch down the back of the legs. From here, take a step back with the right foot, then the left. Find your down dog. We're going to go on the other side now. Here we go. So the left leg is going to lift, three-legged dog. Turn the hips to the left side, bring that left foot in towards the bottom. Start to squeeze the glutes, push those hips forward. When you're ready, a little bit of core work. That left knee comes high on that left elbow. To the right side, to the left side. Three-legged dog. Two more. Left knee, left elbow. Right, left, and away. Okay, last one. Left knee, left elbow. Right, left, and away. Okay, that left foot is going to come through the hands. Keep the hands down and just move through the hips because it always feels good. If you need to widen the stance at this point, take the right foot a little bit wider and then come into your high lunge. Push back with the back heel, kneecap lifts towards the ceiling. Really nice, strong front leg. Okay. I'm going to hang out here for a moment because we're strong. All right, so we're going to move into dancer again, but we're going to do it in stages. That left foot is your standing leg, so nice and strong, okay? So we're going to take the weight into that left leg, hands to hips, bring that right knee up, okay? Got to push through the heel on that right side. Grow tall through the crown of the head. Bring that right foot behind you and bring the heel towards the bottom. The right hand takes the shoelace side of that right foot, rolling that shoulder back and down, finding that nice open chest. Left arm up towards the ear. We don't want it to drop below the jawline. We're going to start to push the foot to the hand, opening the shoulder. And then as we do, we're going to start to hinge from the hips. We lift through that right foot. As we hinge, the torso drops. We reach forward with the left hand, but keep the hips level. If they start to open to the right side, just come up a little bit higher. If you fall out, it doesn't matter. We go back in. Lifting, lifting, lifting. We find focus on something that's not moving. Keep that breath smooth and even. Keep returning to that breath. And then when you're ready, slowly, surely coming all the way back up with control. Hands come high, the right knee lifts. Fabulous. Take the right foot down. All right, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Perfect. All right, let's take a forward fold. I'm going to send the bottom back and take the chest down towards the shins. Take a deep bend into the knees. We're going to ragdoll it. So take the hands to opposite elbows and sway from side to side. Just taking out any tension that might have gathered in the lower back. And then when you're ready, pausing, switch over, take the other grip, and then go for another little sway. When you're ready, pausing, release the hands. Right hand's going to come down. We're going to open that left arm to the ceiling. Start to push the bottom back, but that right knee is bent. The left leg is straight or straight enough. Take a moment here. Gaze can come wherever is comfortable, maybe up towards the fingertips, maybe to the side wall. And then switching out, we're going to take the left hand down. This time left leg bends, right leg doesn't. Right hand comes up. Gaze comes wherever feels good. Bottom moves towards the back wall. Taking the hands down. From here, nice and slowly, you're going to take the right leg back and then the left leg back. We're in our plank pose. If you need to come to the knees, then do. Okay, so in our plank, we're going to take the right knee to the right elbow, to the left, to the right and back. Left knee, left elbow, right side, left side and back. A little bit of fun with the hands. Right hand to left shoulder, keep the hips level. Return the hand, left hand to right shoulder. Keep the hips as level as you can. We're just going to work through this. I'm going to count you down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to inhale the weight forward, roll over the toes, elbows close to the body, lower down, untuck the toes. Hands are underneath the shoulders, elbows to the back of the room. We take an inhale. We lift ever so slightly, just peeling the shoulders up off the mat. We lower down. We inhale. As we inhale, we can lift the hands, lift the feet, squeeze the glutes, extend the chest forward to take pressure out of the lower back and lower down. If you want a little bit more, you can extend the hands away from you. We take an inhale, we lift through the hands. We can spread the legs a little bit, and then we can lower back down. Okay, here we go. Take an inhale, we lift. We're going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, keep breathing, 2, and 1, and lower. And then last one here. Let's take a lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We lower. Make a little pillow with the hands. Use that as to rest your head on. And then just windscreen wiper those legs from side to side. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to take the hands under the shoulders. Start to lift the chest. Take the right hand in. Hand comes underneath where the face would be resting. Left foot bends in. Take the left hand to the shoelace side of that left foot. Roll the left shoulder back so you've got that nice open chest. Squeeze the glutes to push the hips down. And then think about the belly button moving forward. So we're not taking any pressure into that lower back. And then releasing, switch the hands out, left hand comes down, that right foot comes in, and we take the right foot with the hand, rolling that shoulder back. Glutes are squeezing, push the hips down. Think about the belly button moving towards the top of the mat. Okay, releasing there. From here, take the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the back, not the back toes, tuck both toes, both feet. Elbows to the back of the room. Engage the core. If you need to come up through plank on knees, then do. We come up in 3, 2, and 1. Nice and strong, looking good. Okay, from here, bend the knees, come back into a down dog. Bring the chest back to thighs, come all the way up, down dog. And we're going to take that right foot to the front of the mat. Walk the hands round to the long edge of the mat, finding your wide-legged pose. So from here, we're going to send the sit bones back to the back wall. We're going to lengthen the spine. Keep the gaze down towards the edge of your mat so the neck is nice and long. Take an inhale. Think about lengthening that spine. As you exhale, take a swan dive. Imagine the crown of the head reaching the center point between both of your feet. If you need to take the outer edges of the feet to gather some leverage as you bend through the elbows, then do. Use your breath to help you here. From here, we're going to walk the hands over to the right-hand side, take a bend into that right knee, and take the toes to the ceiling on the left side. Right hand's going to come down, left arm is going to lift up. Find that stretch through the left side. And then let's switch it out. Hands are going to come down. Push through the hands to bring the bottom back up again. From here, walk the hands over to the left. Take a moment to anchor those sit bones towards the back wall. And then bend through the left knee. Take the toes on the right side to the ceiling. Left hand comes down. Use a block under the heel if the heel is lifting. Give yourself a little bit of stability. And that right arm is going to come all the way over the top. Okay, bring the hands down, bring the bottom back up. Let's heel toe the feet in. Find your goddess. We love a goddess, don't we? So from here, think about the knees opening. Knees are stacked over the top of the ankles. We are rolling the tailbone under so that we can open through the thighs. Bring the arms to cactus arms. I'm going to wiggle my goddess over here. Okay, from here, let's take that right elbow down, lift through the left side. Switch out as we bring left to right. And then squeeze to lift as we extend and then lower. How low can you go? Let's go again. We lift, we lower. Last one as we lift, we lower down. We're going to hold it here. We are goddesses. Hands are going to come down, heel toe those feet in. Find your squat, whatever it might look like. So for me, I quite like a bit of movement through mine. Up to you whether you do. If you're happy to just rest, take the hands to heart center. Start to use those elbows as leverage into the inner thighs. Think about the spine though. So sitting up nice and tall. Maybe use a block under the bottom or the heels if they're not connecting to the mat. Just find that length in the spine. And then nice and carefully allow the bottom to meet the mat. We're going to find our way down to a laying position, or if you prefer to stay seated, that's fine. Bring yourself down. Give yourself a moment to reset. Do what you need to do. Maybe some small circles on the lower back. Maybe not. Maybe some windscreen wiper legs. Or maybe just some stillness. And when you're ready, Just finding a place that you can rest comfortably for your final Savasana. I'm going to take a moment, closing off the eyes. The breath feels smooth and even. I want you to imagine that you are at a beach. You are sat in the whitest sand you have ever seen. The texture is like powder. That sensory feedback as you move your toes through those tiny soft grains gives you comfort, and you relax, sinking deeper into the seat that you've created. You breathe in, you breathe out. The body feels heavy. You breathe in and you breathe out. You gaze out towards the sea. The simple lapping of the waves follows such a perfect rhythm. It almost matches your breath as you breathe slowly in and slowly out. Breath in and breath out. You notice that the sun is beginning to set. The clouds have taken on a beautiful indigo glow. Everything is getting just a little bit darker now. Yet the warmth of the day is still on your skin. And you breathe in and you breathe out. You know that it is time for you to go. The day is ending, the sun is setting. But know that you can take this feeling of relaxation into the rest of your day. I invite you to return back to your intention from the beginning of class today. And once again, visualize it. Sit with it for a moment. Feel proud of everything you have achieved and everything your body has allowed you to do. Be grateful for the breath that simply comes in and then leaves you. And beginning to bring your awareness back into the wider world. A little bit of movement through the fingertips and through the toes. Maybe a bounce of the knees, maybe a stretch through one side of the body and then the other. Whatever it is, beginning to bring yourself back into the present moment. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, start to make your way back up to seated. And I will be there.